Hey, I'm John, and that's basically it. For this sort of video, I sort of wanted to talk about getting old, and not getting old because obviously I've been 24 now for a week, and I feel in myself that I'm getting old, and getting old rather quickly, and people are going to say, well, I'm 35 or 40 or whatever. So when somebody says they're 24, or they've just turned 24, and they say they feel old, is a bit of a false point to make, really. But I feel like maybe I'm growing up quicker than I want to grow up. By age, basically. I still feel like I'm about 15, 17. Don't really know. I essentially think I'll probably always feel young, even if that makes any sense. So yeah, it's about not knowing my future and being absolutely terrified. So probably by the time this date next year, I hopefully will be looking for a job in the film or television industry, or at least something audio-visual. That scares the living daylights out of me. What the hell am I going to do? And I think that's sort of a sort of feeling that most people get. But by my age, I thought I would have a lot more life experiences. I mean, I have had an eventful life. But things haven't always gone the way I thought they would, and maybe I would have already liked to have finished university like a couple of years ago and already be working in the industry. But that doesn't happen, and bad things and good things happen for a reason, and I've met loads of great people. But if I'd gone to university a few years ago, essentially I could have gone to uni 5 years ago if I found that was the right step for me. Ow, I just hurt myself. Why am I playing with this? That's just nonsense. Yeah, it's a clip. So yeah, shit, I could have finished uni like a few years ago and still been 24, and it's just like, what am I doing with my life? I know, and this is going to sound boring, so I'll go back to not the sort of life experiences. So I'll admit to you, I've never had a proper girl. Well, I've had a friends, but I've never had a proper relationship where it hasn't just been, won't say that on YouTube. So I would have thought by the time of 24, I would have at least had one proper relationship that's lasted for more than a couple of months. And that sort of terrifies me, that I'm going to be, well, I don't know why I've said that. I'm going to be 25 in 12 months, because God knows where I'll be, like, in 12 months' time. Maybe, I will have found the girl of my dreams. I don't know. That's scary. Especially when I know people who are engaged, or people that have already got kids. Not very many, but yeah, we won't go into that. Which is terrifying, that they've already sort of settled down. Yeah, then maybe they've only just finished uni, but they're settled down, and they're going on about their lives with somebody else with them to help them out along the road. See, I always do this. I always make a video and sort of go through loads of different things in my head and just sort of rattle through without sort of taking any sort of nonsense. What the hell word is that? So yeah, my hair is growing. That's a universal fact that hair grows. So what am I trying to say, computer? What am I trying to say to the YouTube public? I'm trying to say I'm 24 and I have no idea where my life's going. And that's a horrible thing to say. And that's such a depressing thought. And I just want to talk about something else now. So let's change the subject. How are you? How are you? You know, do you want to talk? I know I'm just talking to a computer. But in my imagination, I'm talking to a beautiful young woman. Okay? And I love you. Even though I don't know who you are, I love you. Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of people my age have had similar. I'm going to stop and I'm going to start again. So I've been John, and there'll be another video very soon. Okay. Peace out. Be beautiful. I'm talking to the fat chicks out there. You're beautiful. That's a horrible thing to end on. I've been John. Peace out. Stay cool. Subscribe if you really need to. Bye-bye.